Okay, YouTube. I recorded this earlier and I ran out of space on my phone. And when I went to upload everything to the cloud, it deleted my 17-minute recording, but that's okay because now we're just gonna re-record it. I promise this week I will get an overhead camera. At least so you guys can see what I'm doing. I have Meticulous, and in order for me to use that properly, the way I would like to, I need to get a desk the length of this 88 key keyboard that can support 2 monitors, the keyboard, and I believe maybe that's a 17-inch monitor. I've been meaning to do that and have not done that. So what you have until then is you have my face. If you're a beginner piano player, what do you want to start practicing? You want to start practicing everything in the key of C. Everything in the key is C. You want to find you preferably want to have an 88 key keyboard or a acoustic piano with the full set of 88 keys. And you want to start it on the 1, 2, 3. You want to start it on middle C. And that's going to be, if you look at this, this is a full size keyboard. This is A all the way at the end. That's your first C right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want to start it off on the 4th C. You want to start off on the 4th C, and your 4th C should be your right hand. And your right hand is going to be, your thumb is going to be 1 C, D with your index finger, E on your ring finger, F on your middle finger, or I'm sorry, vice versa. E on your ring finger, F on your, E on your ring finger. Okay, F on your middle finger. I'm getting confused right now. C, D, E, F, G. G's gonna be on your pinky. So what you want to start doing is you want to start developing the proper hand techniques. So if you start looking at the proper hand techniques, I'm going an octave apart. And what an octave apart means is, of course, you're starting on an 8th key away. So this is C. If you want to move it up an octave, that's middle C. Kind of, I want to spread it out, so maybe go down 2 octaves to that C. And you just want to press on your keys comfortably. Remember, your thumb is on C. On the bass note, your pinky's on C. You want to do that 3 times. Just get yourself familiar with it. This is all the boring stuff. But the boring stuff is the stuff that would develop you into a very good player. So I'm going from C to G. Hold on for one moment, please. Okay. And you want to have the same practice routine until you are able to mix it up. You want to have the same practice routine every single time. Every single time. So you should always be coming in 1, 2, 3. Next thing you want to do is you want to do your 5-finger patterns. This is called an arpeggio. This is called a block chord. Block formation, arpeggios are when you break them up. If you don't know how to do them with both hands yet because you don't have hand, you don't have hand, what's the proper term I'm looking for? Hey babe, what's the proper term? Hand interdependent? Where both hands can. So if you don't have that yet, I want you just to start off on your left hand. C, D, E, F, G, just do that 3 times. C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C. Then you're going to take your right hand and you're going to do the same exact thing. Remember, this is the boring stuff. Okay, so that's a 5-finger pattern in the key of C. Once you do them left, then right, you want to do them in sync together. This is the third one. Okay, and as you get, we're not going to talk about speed yet. We're going to just talk about correct hand formation and make sure you're hitting the keys correctly. Nice strong. G, F, E, D, C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C. Okay. Once you finish that, and this is, I'm going to take you to something harder, because if you learn how to do the hard stuff, everything else after this will become easier. We're going to walk you up the scale of C major. Okay, and there's a proper finger technique. And when I get the overhead camera, I wish these keys could light up. I have a Casio right there with keys that light up. A dear friend of mine, she gave that to me. And yeah, that's probably, yeah, that's the first keyboard I've had. But I don't use it. Maybe now and then I might plug it up, but I wish these, I'll figure out, maybe there might be some type of lights on Amazon I can get to put on my keys so you guys can see what I'm doing. So we're going to go up the scale of C major, and again, I'm going to start you in the left hand first. Why do I want to start you off in the left hand first? A lot of people, when they start off playing, they're so focused on the right hand that they have a weak left hand. And just like my teacher was teaching me, she said, I want you to be very strong in this hand. Just as strong as in this hand. I want this to be a strong hand, because this hand is going to hold, this hand is going to hold this hand is gonna need to, it's gonna hold the harmony. It's also gonna hold the count as well. Not to say that this hand can't, but this is the bass hand. So we're gonna start with we're gonna go up the scale of C, and that's C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Okay, now you may be under the impression that a scale is from C to C. That's an octave. Scale is actually ending at the B note. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Now we're going to hit that octave with the thumb. Let's do it a second time. Cross your thumb over on the G. One more time. C. Now remember, don't worry about speed. Now you're going to do the right hand. F, G, A, B, C. Cross over. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do. Now, once you do them separately, you're gonna do them together. This is where the challenge comes in at. notes together. Okay, so we talked about our block chords. Just to recap, remember, do these 3 times. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to do your 5-finger pattern. Next you're going to do your scale of C. Now before you do the scale of C, remember, you're going to always start it off in one hand if you can't get them in both hands yet. My finger was wrong in that hand. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about something called inversions. And the reason why I like to do inversions next is when I started learning how to do inversions, I wouldn't say it was difficult, but it took some getting used to. And we're going to take your first chord that you're going to learn, which is your C major chord. And let's remember, your first chord is consisting of 3 notes. The first, the third, which is the key of E, and the 5th. That's a C major chord. Now, to invert this chord, all it means is that you're going to take the first note, play it as a chord, and you're going to put that note on the end. Okay, that's your first inversion. Your second inversion is going to be, again, your first note, which is E, and you're going to place that on the end. Okay, so those are inversions. The way I like to do inversions, and now remember, until you can get to both hands, practice one, and take your time with these. Okay, first inversion. There you go. Back to first. You can tell I haven't done these in a while. Okay, and then your second inversion. Now remember, that's C, E, G. When I first used to do it, I used to say C, E, G. C, E, G. C, E, G. Uh-oh, something's wrong there. Let's fix it. That's not C, so you're going to hear it. C, E, G, right there, going right on down. Back to home. You're going to just run that right back up again. And I want you to do this every single day. Usually if you guys sit down with a piano instructor, you're meeting with them once a week. Not unless you got some dough to shell out. But remember, their job is just to show you a foundation. Your job is to do all of the work in between. There you go, C, E, G. And as you guys can see, I'm getting a little bit quicker because my fingers aren't knowing where to land. Let's go back up again. That's the first inversion. C, E, G. C, E, G. C, E, G. Uh-oh. You hear that? That's not C, E, G. Go ahead and fix it. There you go. Go back down. One of the Tony Tones, he was a piano player. And his father used to make him do these drills in the dark until he knew his keyboard by heart. Very great piano player. So those are called inversions. Next thing after the inversion, so what you're going to do now is you're going to do block chords just going up. And we're going to, remember, working with just the C major triad, that first chord. And this is C, E, G. That's 2. Okay, those are called block chords, and we're just going up the, just getting yourself familiar with the keyboard. Now I always thought these were fun. The next ones are going to be called arpeggios, and there's a rocking motion. We're going to use the same C major triad, C, E, G. That's 1, 2. Now there's more, there's a lot more to it, but I don't want to overwhelm you guys. That's what I want you to learn first. We're going to actually talk about the Hanon scale. I'm sorry, I did that wrong, You know, that's the Hanon scale, but that's going to build great hand interdependence, and it's going to actually build great speed. And you know, you guys are eventually going to start doing it in we're going to talk about, as we go along, we're going to talk about, we haven't even gotten into, that's just the very beginning. You know, we still need to go over relative minor scales, harmonic scales, and keep this in mind, this is all going to be in the key of C. All going to be in the key of C. And once we finish the key of C, we're going to move, we're going to go up the fourths. C to F. B, we're going to go up the circle of fourths. We're going to go up the circle of fourths until we get every last key down packed. This is how intense training is. You know, you should be doing this. When I first started playing the piano, I used to do this for 3 hours a day. 3 hours of sitting down, going through all, because I used to start there, then I used to go through the minor scale, then I used to go through the diminished, and then I used to do the whole entire thing. Can't do it now. I'm not gonna say I can't, but I just haven't done it in a while. And then I used to go to the key of F and do the same exact thing. And let's remember, this is going to be a very exciting journey. A very exciting journey. You've got to put in the time. You've got to put in the time. Once you finish doing that, what I want you to do now is another strength exercise. Go back to what you were working on. You know, we've been playing minuet. And this is called repetition. You should always play your songs. People in your house gonna get tired of hearing it. Babe, you tired of hearing this song?
No, babe.
She's not tired of hearing it, but the neighbors might be tired of hearing it. But you need to play. I'm gonna say this again. You need to include your beginner pieces in your repetition, and you need to actually be, you know, if I'm going to teach you the right way, I'm gonna just say go to line 9. You know, because I want you to actually build up your reading. Some easy reading material. I have a lot of it, and I'll show that on the next video. But you know, do your repetition, and remember, you don't speed through it. Sometimes I speed through it, and I missed the ball. You know, you want to play it at a nice tempo, and if you can go through something else, you know, that was just me playing that first page. Okay, we didn't start on the, let me see. You know, and remember, the idea is to build up your strength reading. if I were teaching you, I would say, okay, go ahead and play the right hand. Now play the left hand. Now play them together, just like we were doing with the just to build up that hand independence. Once you finish one repetitive song, I know, I was training my wife. She wanted to learn one song. I'm gonna teach you to play bits and pieces of songs till you can get everything to completion. Because what's gonna happen is if you keep playing the same thing over and over again, you're gonna memorize it, and that's gonna weaken your skill. So after you play your first repetition song, jump over to. It's kind of like if you're smelling a whole bunch of perfumes, and you need to smell some coffee to reset your nose. Go ahead and work on your next song. Work on another, at least work on the first. If you can, and keep this in mind, you guys are just starting off. So I don't want you to work in the first page. just work on how many bars do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Work on the first 4 bars or something. Work on the first 4 bars, and then when you come back the next day, we're gonna work on the. My teacher used to train me in reverse. She would actually. Let's see. I know. We're pressed for time here. She would actually take something like this minuet in G minor, and she would actually make me play the whole thing in reverse, which that would sound kind of like let me see. I'm sorry. See, that's the reason why she probably had me do this. You guys just caught that. That's the reason why she probably had me do this. It was a strength building exercise. There we go. So she would actually have me go kind of like so we got the F. And I can't even figure out what this is. I can't even figure out what this is yet. So all I could do is play it, which is, oh, I'm sorry. There we go. So and I have no idea what that is until I play the whole thing. I just know we're going from if I'm doing this right, F D. That is what that is doing. And then she would take me through the next bar, and the next bar would be and we're going up to the G. And this is gonna kill me because I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? Because I can't hear the whole song yet. All I could do is play it. So we would start off with the G. I'm sorry. Doesn't sound right. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna get this. Hold on. Hold on for 1 second. G minor. Something's wrong here. Menu at G major. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be a blooper. This is gonna be a blooper. The reason why I couldn't get it was I was playing. The sheet was upside down. You know, we are okay. There we go. Babe, the sheet was upside down. No. No wonder it didn't sound right. The sheet, which means I was playing. Okay. Okay. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to entertain you at times. You know, it's time for me to eat. I got to work tomorrow too. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and stay tuned for your next lesson. And also, don't forget to share and set a goal for next year. Set a goal on where you want to be at musically. Set a goal, whether not even musically, financially, in life. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. Is it resolutions? It's resolutions, right? Yeah. I don't. That's my wife there. Say hello.
Hi.
Y'all can't see her, but she's beautiful. But set goals. Set goals and start off. Don't set the goals too big. Set them in small strides, and then in small strides you'll start taking bigger strides until you begin to run. We gonna have fun with this music. Peace.